AJ, you there, my lovely?
I'm here. Are you there?
I'm always here. Sometimes I don't know where I am, but, you know, thank goodness I've got that little friends thing on my phone that tells me where I am so people can find me. Now, what are you up to right now, my love?
I've just put my clothes back on because I am at Elstree Studio now, rehearsing already, and I've just been half naked having my fittings done. So I've just seen what I'm going to be wearing on Saturday night. Well, I like one of them. One of them needs a little bit of alterations, but you can't get everything, can you, on a Friday morning?
I mean, first of all, I'm having just a quiet moment to myself thinking about what you just said about you being semi-naked, which is I always curse why these calls aren't done on FaceTime. But how much say do you have in the costumes? You know, do you sit there with the designers and go, oh, I want a bit more flesh there, or put a bit of sequin on that, or is it all a surprise to you?
These past couple of weeks have been a little bit of a surprise when we get in the studio. Obviously, we know that tango's going to be a bit more fierce and it's going to be darker colours, so you kind of know which way the theme is going to go regarding the music. But when you get to the studio, they are very good because obviously you're being judged by 12 million people and you've got to feel comfortable in your outfit. So sometimes you can change a shirt here. There's usually, luckily for the guys, we usually have quite a few options of, say, shirt colours, trousers, so you can kind of get away with changing the whole thing without being a bit too kind of like, oh, I don't really like that one, but you know what? This one's going to look a bit better on me.
I'm a fan of less is more when it comes to you guy dancers on that dance floor. Just saying, if that helps you this week, if you want to lose the top, that'd be perfectly fine. You might get a few more votes.
We've got a samba, yeah, we've got a samba. Tango's going to be quite together, quite close, but the samba could be a little bit, you know, that shirt may just fall off. I don't know.
Hey,
maybe a bit windy and it just blows away.
And for my second wish, Santa. Now, what this season has been like a huge success. I mean, you have literally trounced everybody else on the Saturday night with your viewing figures. How's it been for you guys?
Honestly, the support this year has been overwhelming. And for me, it's been such an honour to represent a disabled community, because being partnered with Lauren, I knew it was going to throw certain challenges and it would be different than my usual strictly year, but honestly, seeing the support from able-bodied kids and disabled kids sending messages into Lauren and really changing the opinion of a situation, making it more normal for the people at home, because I think the best situation is that we would be in Portsmouth where Lauren lives and we'd be training, and they'd obviously recognise me and Lauren, and they'd be like, oh, hi Lauren, you're doing really well. And this is like week 1 or 2. But they'd be quite aware of her one arm. Mm-hmm. But now it's got to the semi-finals. People would come up to her and they'd be like, Lauren, you're doing amazing. You're doing fantastic. And they would never even consider talking about the arm or even looking at the arm. And to normalise the situation, it's amazing that a show can be so powerful to do that. And for Lauren, her confidence has really grown from week to week. And as a teacher, it's so rewarding to see that.
And that's it. I mean, the moves that you're putting her through, you kind of just, you ignore the disability. You just start thinking, how the hell are you not falling over, love? You know, because, I mean, you've been a bit strict this year. You've been a bit adventurous.
I think the great thing is you have to think outside the box. It's not a normal situation. And I'm a very competitive person, but I also like to really push my partners and push myself. So with Lauren, it's always like, we will find a way to do this lift, or we will find our own unique way. It's never the normal way. Hey, who wants to do the normal way anymore? Normal's boring these days, isn't it?
Exactly. Now, what is it like? You know, you're on that night and all the celebrities come out and you sit there and you're looking at them and you're thinking, please God, not her or not him. Or is it actually, you know, you have no idea and you think, I'm in it because regardless, I just want a lovely partner. Go on, tell the truth. Dish her the dirt.
The honest truth is we have no idea to start off with. Literally not a clue. Not even an inkling into who it could be. Obviously certain heights, you're kind of like, well, I'm not going to be dancing with her. She's a little bit too tall for me. But then when it comes down to the fact of my honestly, you want somebody that you're going to have fun with, because you spend 10, 12 hours a day with someone, and if you don't have fun with someone, that is going to be a long day. And luckily, being partnered with Lauren has been an absolute blast, and we've had so much fun this year. And our training rooms, well, sometimes we just lose the plot. And that is what is brilliant, because you're under so much stress and pressure that you have to have a good giggle, don't you?
You do indeed, my love. Now, You've made the headlines this week. We're an LGBT plus station, so I've got to ask the question because, you know, you've been in there in the sun, etc., and it's the question that everybody wants to know. So I'm just going to come out with it, and I'm going to ask you, does Tess Daly wear a weave? I mean, that's the burning question, isn't it? Notice how I didn't go around that. No, go on then. Come on. You've been in the papers about all this sexuality business. To be honest, we're an out and proud station. We just like people who want to listen to us and have a good time. But, I mean, how do you approach it? You have a lot of male admirers. You have a female admirers. Is it just watch me dancing? Or is it, are you happy to talk about this stuff? Or do you want to just keep your personal life out of the press?
I think, obviously, with a show like this, people are always intrigued with your personal life, what is going on, if you're in a relationship, if you're single, what your sexuality is. And sometimes, when it comes to the Saturday night, all I'm thinking about is my dancing and performing and choreographing to the best of my ability. But when it comes into the week, and we do get some interesting interviews, but for me, it's never been about being this or being that. It's always just been about being happy and proud and kind of just enjoying your life for what it is at that day or time or year. And people sometimes have to put labels on things or statements, or you've always got to have a reason or something. Whereas I've always lived my life like, hey, if I'm feeling this today, if I'm feeling that tomorrow, like, just have fun, because life is too short.
Exactly. Why just have rice when you can have chips as well? That's what I always say when I go to the Chinese. Now, what is your view on same-sex couples dancing on Strictly? You know, if somebody said to you, right, okay, this year you're going to dance with a bloke or whatever, are you cool with that? Or are you a bit traditional? Do you think it should stay like male and female partners?
Obviously, it hasn't happened yet on Strictly Come Dancing, but obviously the term ballroom dancing is traditionally a male and female. But with a show like this, it may happen next year, it may happen the year afterwards. I would be open to anything, because it's always been putting a positive light on this show. And I think if it was two males dancing together or two females, I think it would be done positively, and I would welcome it with open arms.
And I think, you know, the audience will as well, you know, because, I mean, let's just, as a gay man, I love this show because it's glitz, it's glamour, and it's a bit of showbiz. And, you know, to having two guys dancing together would be a joy. Now, you never answered the question about Tess Daly's weave. I mean, is it real, that hair? Because it's pretty good.
You can ask her on the radio, aren't you?
Is she there? Put her on. Put her on, I'll ask her.
Unfortunately, I've been here since 7 a.m, but I don't think she's been here that long.
Now, a busy day for you? I mean, what's Friday like as you get into the show for the Saturday?
Friday is a great day. A little bit crazy, I'm not going to lie. This morning we had to do some extra filming to get some rolling shots. So we had to get some pretties. So when you see us on the Saturday night, you'll see us like slow motion dancing around the ballroom, looking perfectly. So that's what we did this morning. Obviously, we have our fittings. We do our camera block. We've got 2 dances this week, so some extra time. We do lots of social media and digital stuff. And the thing is, the time just flies by. And tonight we're going to be live on It Takes Two. That's in central London, so we'll have to pop back into town. But yeah, it just keeps going. And then a Saturday's even crazier. Literally, you don't have a second to breathe on a Saturday.
But it's a joy to watch. It's a joy to watch. Now, I'm always being called up. You know, if ITV don't want me to eat a kangaroo testicle on the telly, the BBC are saying, would I do Strictly? Now, if I do it next year, would you dance with me? Shall we make a bit of history?
I always love making history, so why would we want to change that?
Well, exactly.
We'll do that.
I mean, I'm 47, but I've still got a few hips in me. You know, I can do a side-together side kick. I mean, have you thought about putting that into your routines?
As long as you've got a positive mental attitude, we can make anything work.
Well, there you are. That's the best thing. Folks, get out there, vote for the gorgeous AJ. You want to get through to the final, don't you, my love?
We do, honestly, and Lauren deserves it. I'm so proud of her. She's an inspirational person.
Well, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Good luck with the show tomorrow, and we'll all be voting for you. Take care. The gorgeous AJ there, and what better song to play than Liquid Gold? And dance yourself silly.